Hi everyone, in this video I just want to go about, I get lots of emails of people asking me what they should buy, what they should get in terms of cameras and lenses and all that kind of stuff. And there isn't ever a definitive answer for each individual person. You know, some people may benefit from a fast lens, you know, like an f1.4. Some people may benefit more from a multi-purpose lens, like an 18 to 200 millimeter lens. Some people still don't know the difference between a DX lens and an FX lens, or a EFS or an EF lens. So if you're asking what lens is best, really kind of already you don't know what you're shooting. My advice here is that if you're wanting to buy a lens or a camera or whatever, and you don't know what to get, then I would actually say don't spend too much money on it. If you don't really know what you're shooting or what you're most likely to develop your skills with, then don't really worry about, oh, should I spend £2,000 on the new 70 to 200 lens? It's like, well, if you only shoot landscapes, why bother with a telephoto lens? So what I say is actually for most beginners, I would say actually the kit lens, don't worry about it. Use it. See which areas of the kit lenses that you use the most. Most of the times if you're a beginner and you're using your kit lens, then you're usually outdoors shooting stuff. So only once you start getting a bit more specialised in what you're doing, so if you find yourself doing more portraits or some more nightclub stuff, or if you find yourself you're really loving your wildlife and your animal stuff, or if you just really want your landscape stuff, once you've done your 18 to 55 and your 55 to 200 millimeter lens, then when you know what area you like to specialize in, maybe you like macro as well, maybe you get a macro lens, I would say go for it then. You know, spend your money on what you really use your camera with. So if you're just getting into photography, there's a whole bunch of brilliant lenses that you can get which are cheap, but there are better ones afterwards. So if you want, I would advise something like the Nikon 50mm f1.8. It's under £300. It's a great kind of portraity, shallow depth of field lens. The Sigma 100mm, 105mm f2.8, you can get that. There's a OS one, optically stabilized one, if you're into macro. If you want wide angle, Sigma 10 to 20, brilliant. If you want telephoto, Canon has a 70 to 200 f4, which is about £600. Okay, that may be expensive to some of you, but actually that's really cheap. Or if you're just really, you just want kind of everything, the 18 to 200mm Sigma, again, do a really cheap version of that. So that's like the beginner versions. After you've got them and you've used them, maybe you'll sell the ones which you don't really use. Maybe you don't do macros, you get rid of your 100mm. But maybe you find, I'm really into kind of close-up portraits, or you start doing weddings or stuff like that. Then you know what lens you really want to get. And what I would say then is don't be afraid to spend your money, is what I'm saying. It's like, don't be going, oh, this lens is £1,000. It's like, well, yes it is. However, you're going to be spending 1,000 hours with this lens, potentially. Do you want it where you're constantly going, I wish it would focus faster, or I wish it was more silent, or I wish it was not got dust all on the inside? So, for me just now, the lenses which I buy these days are either very good and cheap, like the Samyang 35 f1.4 or the 85 f1.4 or 50mm f1.4. Yeah, okay, I kind of go for that stuff. But the other one which I bought was the Tamron 24-70 with VC in it, and that was about a £900 lens. But the lens which I will have on my camera 95% of the time and covers all the shooting which I usually use for weddings, for clubs, for portraits and stuff like that. For headshots, would I use this for headshots? I probably would use it for some of my headshots. More likely the 85mm lens, depending on how far away or how much space I've got. But like architecture as well, landscapes. This lens does it for me. So I really didn't have too much of a difficulty in pressing the buy button on the internet whenever it said it was £900. There is still that kind of feeling of, oh my God, I've just spent £1,000. Ah. And then also thinking, now I need to get a filter for it, which is going to be about another £100. But do you know what? Don't worry about it. If you know what you're shooting, you know what you like, and you know how much you're going to use it, get the best that you can get. I would say don't keep buying crap. Just go, I use this, I'm going to get the best I can. So that's my little tip. Go for it. Cheers. Bye-bye.